Ramu was 58, a school watchman with a cough that had lasted 3 months and a daughter named Sunita, whose wedding was fixed. The groom's family demanded 5 lakh as dowry. Ramu had 43,000 in his bank account. That night, rain hit the school roof like stones. Ramu was locking the old storeroom when his torch beam caught something in the mud floor. A brass key, heavy and cold. As his fingers closed around it, a voice entered his mind. Not a sound, but a thought that wasn't his. I open any lock. The price? 1 year of your life. Ramu dropped it. How many years did a 58-year-old watchman with a bad cough have left? Maybe 10? Maybe less. Next morning, the village was in chaos. The Saith's go-down was robbed. 10 lakh in gold, gone. The Saith, who once fined Ramu half his salary, was crying in the street. That night, Ramu stood before the go-down with the key in his pocket. 1 lakh, 1 year. He thought of Sunita's face when he told her the wedding was cancelled. He slid the key into the padlock. The lock fell open. The gold was untouched, hidden behind grain sacks. The thieves had panicked. Ramu returned it. The Saith, sobbing with relief, pressed 1 lakh into his hand. Ramu looked in the mirror that night. His hair was whiter. The lines around his eyes were deeper. He didn't look 58 anymore. He looked 60. 1 lakh down. 4 to go. A week later, Meena, the tea seller's daughter, was burning with fever. The medicine shop was locked. The owner was in the city for 2 days. Meena had hours. Ramu stood before that shutter at midnight, the key hot in his palm. The shutter rolled up. He took the medicine, left 2,000 rupees on the counter, and locked it again. Meena lived. Ramu woke next morning unable to stand straight without coughing. In the mirror, a 61-year-old man stared back. He was 58. The third time was for the school. The headmaster would strike 8 children from the register for unpaid fees. Ramu knew them. He used the key on the office cupboard at 3 a.m., found the register, and marked all 8 as paid. He left 18,000 in an envelope. 3 years of his life, gone. For a Saith who humiliated him. For strangers. 2 days before the wedding, he had 4 lakh, 1 lakh short. The groom's father came to their house drunk. No full money, no marriage. Your daughter isn't that pretty anyway. Sunita heard it from behind the door. She didn't cry. She went back to her old sewing machine with the drawer that had been jammed for years. That night, Ramu held the key. The bank. 1 more lakh, 1 more year. He would be 62. Would he live to see his daughter's child? Could he perform Kanyadan if he was dead in 6 months? He walked to Sunita's room. She was prying at the drawer with a knife. Babuji, she said, not looking up, my design book is in here. If I get it, I can take orders. Maybe start a small boutique. Ramu's hands shook. The key slid into the rusted lock like it belonged there. Cut. The drawer opened. On top of a notebook filled with dress designs was a cloth pouch. Sunita opened it. A thick bundle of notes. 1 lakh, 10,000. I've saved for 3 years, Babuji, she whispered. Every blouse I stitched. I was going to give it to you after the wedding, for your medicine. You've been coughing for months. Then she looked at him, at his hollow eyes, and bent back, and understood. You don't give dowry, Babuji. I won't marry into a family that buys a daughter. Keep this for your treatment. Please. Ramu broke.
The key in his fist felt alive, burning. For the first time, he wasn't using it for someone else. He was using it to unlock his own heart. The fear, the shame, the belief that his daughter's worth was measured in locks. No year was taken. Instead, strength flooded him. The cough eased. His back straightened. Next morning, he called the panchayat. In front of everyone, he broke the engagement. "My daughter is not for sale," he said. His voice didn't shake. "And any man who thinks she isn't worthy of her." The groom's father screamed. Ramu took the key from his pocket and set it on the table. He said nothing. The man went pale and left. That evening, Ramu went to the peepal tree behind the school. He dug a hole with his hands and buried the key. He never wanted to pay that price again. 6 months later, a board went up. Umeed Boutique. Sunita stood in the doorway with 12 village girls. They were learning to stitch, to design, to earn. And Ramu? He was on a ladder, painting the board himself. His cough was gone. The doctor called it a miracle. Umeed Boutique. He called it peace. He looked 59 again. The heaviest weight, the weight of fear, was gone. He realized the key had lied, or he had lied to himself. The most expensive door isn't locked with brass or steel. It's the door we build in our minds from fear, from what will people say. That door doesn't need a key, it needs courage, because some locks don't open with keys. They open when you decide you deserve to be free. The price of fear was always higher than the price of courage. Ramu finally understood that. And Sunita? She became the reason 12 other girls believed they could choose their own life. The key took 3 years from Ramu, but courage gave him 10 years back, and it gave his daughter a future worth more than any dowry. Some locks open with courage.